Thursday and Friday, the big shift will begin. I have all the details and what's going on a little bit later this week and why we certainly need to know about it. Let's get into it and talk through the details. All right, now to be 100% fair with you, I am filming this video on December 31st, 2024, the last day of the year. So I am referring to January 2nd and January 3rd, which is Thursday and Friday of this week, a little bit later in just a matter of days here. Obviously, today being New Year's Eve, tomorrow being New Year's Day, obviously. But I'm talking about Thursday and Friday. So a couple things that I want to point out for you. Again, as we kick off the new year here, which by the way, Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. Nuts, right? But as we kick off the new year here, we've got a lot of things going on. In fact, I'm going to say this much right now. January is going to be absolutely nuts. We're going to see so many things popping up, so many things that we already know are on the docket for January 2025, but we're already going to see tons of things happening. It's going to be a very, very, very eventful month. Well, the first couple of days of the year already are going to be pretty exciting, okay? So first off, let me quickly talk about Thursday, just really fast here, okay? I talked about this actually, what was it, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday afternoon. I talked about this in a video, but I want to bring this to you again really quickly, okay? Now, back in June of 2023, they passed some legislation that raised the debt ceiling. Do you remember me talking about this yesterday? But just let me point this out really fast here. I'm going to take 1 minute and talk about this. But basically what it did is it pushed out the debt ceiling until tomorrow, January 1st, 2025. As soon as we roll over to Thursday, January 2nd, 2025, the new debt limit or debt ceiling is basically going to go into place. Well, guess what? We don't have one. We don't have one. That's the problem, right? We got a massive problem here where this whole debt ceiling issue is coming up again, which, by the way, it's confusing. I totally understand this. Watch the video from yesterday afternoon. I talked about it and I gave an analogy in there, basically like a credit card and a line of credit and things like that. It's kind of a good analogy to understand this, but this is significantly worse than a potential government shutdown. If this were to go into effect, as in if we default in this country, it'd be a really, really bad situation. I know a lot of us look at this whole like government shutdown thing, like we just dealt with that a week ago. But a lot of people look at that and be like, government shutdown would be really bad. No, government shutdown would be nothing. A default in this country would be catastrophic. That would be super ugly. Anyway, that's coming right away on Thursday, okay? So that's going to be interesting to see how that whole thing plays out. And Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, has indicated she needs to start taking extraordinary measures to avoid a default sometime between January 14th and January 23rd. In other words, the country is 100% out of money by then, okay? If you think you're broke, just look at the United States. The United States as a country as a whole is way more broke than you, okay? You're going to feel pretty rich if you compare yourself to the country as a whole because the country has nothing. The country is so broke, it's nuts, right? Okay, anyway, so if you're ever trying to look like, hey, I'm just struggling financially, I want to feel rich, just compare yourself to the country. You're loaded. I mean, seriously, you're like beyond rich when you compare yourself to the country. Okay, anyway, that's all I want to say about that. Now next, Friday, January 3rd, okay? This is what I want to point out for you really fast here. We all voted. Well, okay, maybe we all didn't vote. Some of us didn't vote back in November, but a lot of people voted back in November. Well, guess what? The new lawmakers are being sworn in and taking their posts right away on Friday, January 3rd, okay? So the lawmakers, the new Congress, right? So lawmakers, House of Representatives, again, that'll remain in control of Republicans. It was for the last couple of years here and will continue to remain in control of Republicans. The margin is very, very tight in the House of Representatives. They only have a majority with 2 seats, so it's, super very tight in the House of Representatives. But the Senate will flip. Remember, the last couple of years here, Democrats have been holding the Senate. However, that is no longer as of Friday. It will then be controlled by Republicans. And the margin there is honestly, it's pretty wide. Considering the Senate, which is usually right around that 50-50 split, it's usually like a 1 or 2 seat margin. It's not that much, right? In this case, it's 53 over 47. There's 100 senators, and it's 53 Republicans and 47 Democrats, okay? So Republicans are holding the House and holding the Senate, or I should say capturing the Senate here, and they're going to be all, again, this all comes into effect Friday the 3rd, okay? Now, they're going to be in their posts. However, Biden, the current president, will remain until the 20th when the inauguration is of Trump, okay? So in this case, it's going to be, Biden, the president, and the new Congress is going to be in place. My point is, Okay, you might be thinking like, dude, what's your point on this? My point is on this, lawmakers have been working here. They've been working actually for well before the election in November. These lawmakers have been looking for this. The red sweep, the Republican sweep, and the red wave, whatever you want to call it, they've been working on legislation. My point is, as soon as they are there, they're going to get to work right away. And again, I'm not sitting here taking political sides. I know we're all have our own opinions and stuff like that. That's totally fine. I support anybody. All I want to do here for you is just represent you. That's all I do here, okay? I'm not here to, tell you what to think politically, stuff like that. Not my style. I don't really care. I'm here to help all of you here in this community. But my point is, they're going to get to work on this right away. As soon as the inauguration comes in, January 20th, it's a Monday. When that comes in, they're going to be off to work here. And we already know this much. Within the next couple months, my guess, and again, I've been saying this for a couple months now, I think even being very conservative about this, I say within 6 months, we have a multi-trillion-dollar package, not only introduced, but passed and turned into law. I've been saying this for about two and a half or so months by now, but I'm going to say this much. I'm going to tighten up that timeline. Within 4 months, I bet by the end of April, probably mid-May-ish, we already have multiple trillions of dollars passed through in the form of packages. Why? Because that's their intention. They've been working on this. They already have the framework for this, and we know it's coming. They've indicated it very clearly. We're going to use reconciliation, the power that they have at their disposal soon. Once one party controls everything, then they open up the door of what I've called previously the wild card or the reconciliation, whatever else. But basically, they have this ability to use reconciliation, and they're going to use it. They've made it very, very clear. We're going to use reconciliation. It's going to be a lot of spending and a lot of bills here coming through, multiple trillions of dollars. That's why I've said so long now in these videos. Get ready. It's going to be nuts to see these packages coming through. When was the last time we saw a multi-trillion-dollar package? I'll tell you. It was in March of 2021. It was called the American Rescue Plan. It contained $1,400 stimulus checks within it. That's the last time we saw a multi-trillion-dollar package of that sort. Yes, we've seen the annual federal bills for the spending of the federal government. That's over $1 trillion. But my point is, the last big package we've seen come through was the American Rescue Plan in March 2021, and it had all kinds of stuff in it. The expanded child tax credit payments, the advance payments there. It had, again, the $1,400 stimulus checks. It had all kinds of stuff in there, right? All kinds of goodies. My point is, we've got a lot coming here, and we don't know what the packages are going to contain quite yet. All we know, reconciliation is coming. In the next handful of months here, we will have trillions of dollars on our doorstep. Who knows what it's going to include, right? By the way, quick side note, one last thought here is this. We've seen some volatility in the stock market lately. There's a lot of speculation. As soon as we turn over to the new year, we're going to see a massive dump in the stock market, okay? My point is behind that. If we see a huge dump in the stock market, guess what happens? The economy is going to get whacked, okay? When you see the economy get whacked, what do? They print money. It's called stimulus. They do it literally every single time. Okay, get ready. This year is going to be very eventful. We're going to see some massive changes here. We're going to see some big things happening. And I don't know, if we really do see this big recession that we're all kind of looking at right now, we're staring into the eyes of the recession. I mean, we're all doing it, right? The big old beady eyes of the recession. When we enter into this thing, get ready. We're going to see massive stimulus again, okay? No promises whatsoever. Again, I can't promise anything. I have no idea what they're going to do. But my point is, when we see this thing come in, just get ready. You're going to see money flying everywhere. They're going to print a ton of it, and it's going to be everywhere for the taking, and I'm going to help you grab as much as you possibly can of that, okay? Anyway, I want to do what I can for you here. I hope this helps you to some degree. I'm here for you. Again, please subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Big subscribe button waiting for you, only if you're new here or if you haven't done so. Thank you so much for your support. I truly do appreciate it. Again, I'm watching this stuff every single day and breaking it down in these short videos. Just want to do what I can for you. I know it is a nuts time that we're living through right now. Also, please feel free to share this video or check out the well over 5,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. And feel free to share any of those videos with your friends on social media. Again, share button down below. Otherwise, feel free to like the video, thumbs up button down below as well. Otherwise, down below in the description or the top of the comment section is a bunch of hand-selected popular videos that I've hand-selected for you. Check those out. Otherwise, right now, pop on our screen as well. You'll see some videos there. Otherwise, Happy New Year. Please have a safe and fun New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, whatever. I'll continue to be here for you. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. And I'll see you soon. Hope this helps you. Again, enjoy your day. I'll see you soon.